Bruce
Great.
just arrived. Okay.
Right. Hello. Yes. Wonderful. Well, welcome. All right. I'm going to, this meeting is being held pursuant to and in compliance with Ordinance 20A16, an ordinance to ensure the continuity of government during the COVID-19 disaster. The committee members who are electronically present at this meeting are Emma Andrews and Christine Putnam. The public has the opportunity to access and participate in the meeting as posted on the Albemarle County calendar and on the meeting agenda, both of which are posted on the county website. Fantastic. So, oh, hi, Bruce. And Bruce is here as well. And Michael's not going to make it because he just came back from being out of town. So, but anyhow, thank you guys. I'm sorry for all the confusion about getting on. So I have the agenda that I sent out, and I'm just gonna give you guys an update on the conservation, mowing, and native planting. And Emma, I haven't sent the signs out. I don't know why. I've just been, because there's been the Peabody School kids have been trying to make an appointment to talk to the park manager and the maintenance manager to see about, they're interested in doing a Piedmont prairie restoration. And they actually wanted to do it over 2 acres. Which is like a really big project. And so, you know, it just took a long time to organize to get a meeting. And then so I've been just sort of holding off on that. And they did get out there and they talked with the park foreman and kind of described their ideas. And there may be a possibility of taking that no mow area and kind of extending it a little bit. But they're going to need to get funding because they're really talking about like taking, actually using a machine that can remove the turf and then like doing a serious planting in there, which is going to take funding. And so I'm not sure exactly where they are. I don't know. It just kind of got me kind of holding off on things because I was just waiting to see whether is that moving forward. And so anyhow, but I really realized I think we can move forward with this and that I can just send it out. But there's been that's been going on sort of behind the scenes that has kind of kept me.
Well, that's really exciting. I hope you can find funding and support for it. I mean, is it sort of a long-term thing, or are they trying to get it done this season?
Well, I think that the window for getting it done this season is closing up, but there's, you know, the school's really committed, and there's a teacher at the school who's super committed to it and really passionate about it. Of course, then there's the backdrop of the artificial turf and so many other things kind of swirling around with this. But, you know, Jeremy really, he did commit. The 6 acres of the park is going to be in the no mow, or the conservation mowing, and more areas in the other parks. They're really
of Darden, you mean?
Well, 6 acres in Darden, and then they're really taking a hard look at some of the other parks, which is great.
Great, yeah.
So really commitment for it, and so anyhow. I just have been hesitant with all these things that are just up in the air with that. But I feel like I should just go ahead with it because the grass is going to be growing, right?
You mean with doing the section at Darden?
Well, just saying, you know, look, even if there's some question about Darden Town, there's these other areas where the signs can go up, right?
Right.
And so to see if we can move forward on that.
Yeah. Or just share it with them, and you know, it's in their lane to print signs or not print signs. You know.
Yeah, exactly. So I apologize for
no
on that.
That's all right. We're in it for the long haul, kind of, you know.
But it is exciting. One thing that's been interesting, the Rivanna Master Naturalists, they're have been sending out this, there was a New York Times article about No Mow May. And
Ah,
it's really like getting traction in, I think is it in Wisconsin? But this idea of really, they actually did a study and they could see like the biodiversity in that month of May last year when they just didn't mow their yards. People didn't mow their yards. So I should send that around to you guys. It was really interesting.
yeah, that's really awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, please send that around.
Yeah, I will. And I've got a bunch of plants gathered and a landscape designer with the master gardeners for the Albemarle County Historical Society for that little plot. And so I'm gathering up the natives for planting in there. And I think village school's on spring break, but we're hopefully going to go ahead on that. So that's my update for the Albemarle County Historical Society. And oh, I actually have some other good news is that the Piedmont Master Gardeners are doing this native plant campaign with the garden centers. And there's been just a lot of interest. One thing is that we're offering the garden centers the plant Piedmont native book that the Thomas Jefferson Soil and Water Conservation District puts out, and they are flying off the shelves. In fact, Snow's Nursery, they bought 10 of them, and they're like, it sounds like it is, people are getting into this idea of buying native plants. So pretty excited about that.
Mm-hmm.
And Instagram post. So how did it go with the rollout for the March post, Emma? It got posted, right?
I think it got posted. Yeah.
Yeah.
It posted. Yeah, it looks great. I just had to follow up a couple of, and then I don't know if they're on a schedule or they've scheduled it so they post at the end of the month. But yeah, I'm just gonna keep following up with April.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
Or maybe I can clarify, like, hey, you've got them, so you'll post them, right?
Yeah, maybe you can,
Because
like,
she
say
has
some-
them.
say like it would be great if it could be posted at the beginning of the month rather than end of the month. Like, is there a reason
Yeah,
that can't happen?
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'll follow up with her about that. But I think she has to June. I'm trying to open the document right now, but I think we have them all the way to June done. Is that right?
Yeah. So we need to get on the rest of the year, right?
Yep.
And make sure that that's happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
We
Are
have
you
a few.
opening the document right now?
I'm looking for it.
Me
Oh,
too.
here it is.
Yeah.
What were you saying, Bruce?
I'm just saying I'm looking for it too. There it is, the one on birds, but that's for March. Don't see the one on April. It's in February.
May. Yeah, we'll be posted about collisions, animal collisions. That will be next, and then May will be about native plants,
Nice.
and then June is about NOMO.
Nomo. Okay, fantastic.
We could make it NOMO May. Is that what we had?
Well, you
Like
know
if
what?
you want to go.
I think
Oh,
that
go ahead.
I think that whole, one of the discussions on the Master Naturalist thread was this idea that what does it make sense for in Virginia? Because this was, this, like, No Mow May was happening more in northern regions. And so, you know, they had like, I think if we waited to, people would have already mowed, like the grass is going crazy then. But like, I like this idea,
Right.
No Mow April, like April sort of on the
Yeah.
cusp. And like, if you just let that grass grow a little bit longer and it was just interesting. I'll share it with you. And I wonder if there's some way to like keep that energy going with that group of master naturalists who are like, how can we really promote this?
Yeah.
So,
Well, we do still have time if you would like to switch it with April.
no,
No, it's good.
I think it's good.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Well, yeah, I think we have ideas for the next 6 posts, and a couple are kind of filled out. So if either of you feel inspired, I can. Did you find the link, Bruce?
Yeah, I'm looking at it.
Okay.
I mean, the Albemarle County at Albemarle County VA. And I see the March one and the February one.
Oh,
And
you're
it-
on the you're actually on the Instagram.
Yeah,
Oh, nice.
yeah. So I just wanted to see when they go up. And it looks like the 3rd week of the month is when they go up,
Yeah,
which would be nice if they were sooner.
yeah. Well, maybe I'll write again. Also, the quality that she's been it's not her, but the quality that's been posted hasn't been like as good as it can be. So I'm gonna write her about that too.
I think you're the one from you. It looks pretty high quality. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, on the Instagram.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's a little fuzzy, but compared to the other ones, I think it stands out. Plus, it has the sidebar, which goes into much greater detail. You know, the March, for example, says tip of the month, birds. Nothing is sweeter than
Yeah.
the sound of birdsong in the swing. And then there's 3 more sentences. But the side note has 5 or 6 paragraphs. So it's like, you know, did we catch your attention? Read this, and if you want more, just come over here and read more. So I think
It's
it's
the
really well done.
caption. It's called the caption.
The caption. Okay.
That's awesome. How are you looking at it, Bruce?
I just signed on to my Instagram account, instagram.com.
Yeah, you should be able to see it on a browser
Huh.
Yeah, I'm on.
without even an
I'm on
account. You might not
Safari.
even need an account.
Yeah, I'm on Safari, and I have it. So I don't know how I got on, but you do need to know the address,
Okay.
which is at Albemarle County, VA.
Oh, okay. That's the key, huh?
Yeah. And there's other things on there, you know, there's announcements of a new park. I don't know what that is.
Huh. Really?
Is it the
says-
old trail post? The
It
post about
says
Old Trail?
just in time for spring, the new Western Park playground is now open.
Yeah, I saw that too.
Yeah, you're right, it is Old Trail.
Huh.
That's why I don't know where it is, because I don't know that part of the county at all.
It's a new area.
Well, you guys, I'm gonna move on since we only have like 8 minutes. No, wait, how much time do we have?
I don't,
We have until 5:10, right? Oh, wait, 20 minutes. What? No, we have. Yeah, I think we have. till
It
5.
says to 5:10.
Okay, fantastic. Okay, glad
Yeah.
we don't have just 8 minutes.
You guys can go as long as 5:15 if you want to, that's fine.
Okay, great, thank you.
Uh-huh.
Thanks, Carolyn.
Yeah. So, Emma, there was one about the Dark Knight, right? Or the Fireflies in July. And then August is, what is August?
I can look. I was just looking at the final ones. Let's see.
Because I said that I would do the one on the Fireflies. Get the content for that. Yeah, because I just wondered if we had people that said they would do those, like the next batch.
Yeah, July is the Fireflies. August, we are thinking maybe invasives.
Yeah.
September. Can you guys hear me? Okay?
Yeah. Well,
Oh. So this is all, we just have the idea. So nothing's been done, it can be moved around. July, fireflies, August, invasives, September, pollinators, October, trash bears or compost. November, what to do with leaves, and December, salt alternative.
Yeah.
And January wasn't posted, but we have one written for January. Wait, we don't. Never mind. We don't have one for January.
well,
So
well, couldn't January be what's February was? We were gonna kind of like,
yeah,
yeah.
we'll have to just move it around. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but let's not think about January. We can do that later.
Good idea.
So yeah, that's what we have for. You said Michael would be interested in talking about salt. He's the one who knows about the salt alternatives.
Yeah.
And
Well, yeah, well, I don't know, Bruce, if you want to do any of those. I'm definitely do the firefly one and the one about leaving the leaves.
yeah.
And,
And Bruce, like, you don't have to, like, I feel like what Christine and Leah, when they contributed, they just kind of give the facts and then I can like embellish, and so you don't have to, spend a lot of time with it.
Where is the list? I'm looking.
In the Google folder. You could search Instagram and it's
Which
the
folder, because we've got a bunch of Google folders on that Heritage Committee.
can you search them all like at the top bar? Like
I've tried. So what's it called? What am I
just type in
searching
Instagram. It's called NHC Instagram. And then there's an NHC Instagram final, and those are the ones that are shared with. Okay.
for? It's February. Got it.
Yeah.
Good.
So yeah, it shouldn't take much time, to get the information or the key points and then have make it kind of flow together. And
So we need stuff for June,
July.
July. Well, June is almost done.
Yeah, June's
Right.
done.
June's pretty
Yeah.
much done. July, August, September, and on through the end of the year.
Yeah. And if you see anything, Bruce, that needs edits, feel free to let me know or make the edits and let me know, and I can get it fixed.
Okay.
Because you all have a lot more experience with some of these topics than I do. So I want to make sure we're getting it right.
hey, Carolyn, I got an email from Abigail who was saying that I wasn't sure if she was going to join us, but it looks like she was saying that she was having trouble getting on.
Tell her to go to the county calendar.
Go to the county calendar.
Yeah, go to or I can let me send you this link. Hold on, and then you can forward it to her.
Oh, great. Thank you. All right. Well, I think it's great. And can you see how many people have looked at it, Emma? Or do you have access to any of those analytics or?
No, you can't see how many people looked at it, but you can see the likes and the comments. And
Yeah.
the February one, I comment on them. The February one got some good comments, and they both seem to get more engagement than their typical posts. So going
nice.
off of that, like, I think they are doing well.
Yay.
Yeah.
All right, I'm just forwarding this to Abigail. All right, terrific. Well, I think they're great and I'm excited. And even though I'm not an Instagram user, but Bruce, you can like it.
Ready? I'm gonna like it.
Okay,
Let's
fantastic.
do it.
Hey, could I share it on like next door?
Yeah.
No, you,
Yeah.
so
What's next door?
that next door app where you just like share with your neighbors. Have you done that, Emma? Are you a next door person?
Next door.
I have an account. I don't get much, but it's like Facebook, but for neighborhoods, kind of.
Yeah.
Right, Christine?
Yeah.
You're like, no, it's not Facebook.
I don't know what it is. It's just, you know. But
Yeah.
you're right. I agree.
Yeah. So yeah, you can share. I feel like the county shares stuff on there.
On next door.
Yeah, I feel like I see county stuff get shared. I don't know if it's the county sharing it or people sharing it, but you
Yeah.
could definitely do it. You just need the link for the
Yeah.
post, which is easy. It's so easy to get. You get on your browser like Bruce
Bruce
did
has,
and
yeah.
get the post, and then you just use the link for the URL and put that in the post, and then people will be able to
It's
see it.
basically a bunch of gobbledygook. Instagram.com/P/C/BFH and on like that. No words, just alphanumerics.
Yeah,
All right.
the
Well,
secret code.
okay. Well, we'll work on doing our part to get the message out there.
Cool.
Okay. But thank you, Emma. There has been some activity going on with the environmental hub, and so I helped to create some content for reducing waste, and so, but I don't think it's totally up there, but I could share with you what I have if you're interested in looking at that.
We should do reduce waste for one of our months.
Yeah.
Well, do we
Which one
have
is-
do we have that? Here, I'm going to share my screen so you guys can see what.
I mean, we have the one in October. Is that what you're talking about? Trash?
Yeah, that was more about, the idea was more about bears, but we could also do it about, you know, how to get rid of trash and recycle and all that kind of stuff.
Can you guys see
Wow,
my?
this is beautiful.
Isn't
Yeah.
this- So what it's
Yeah.
this is gonna be like these different focus
Oh,
areas. So this is gonna be focused on biodiversity, and then it's going to, so it kind of talks about what it is and that what we do in terms of what the government, Albemarle County does. And so it's got a link to the biodiversity action plan that the natural resources, let's see what's in here. I don't know if there's anything in there yet, but, and then you can kind of see how it kind of links out. And then there's
mhm.
one on native plants, learn more about native plants, and then it'll talk about the Natural Heritage Committee. And then there's this ways you can,
OMG, that's us.
yeah, and ways, the ways that you can make a difference. And then it's got meetings. So it's kind of nice the way that they've, you know,
I
set
love
it up.
this. Is
Yeah.
this what Kim has been working on?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so this is like the environmental stewardship hub, which is great. And then this is what you can do. So it has like what you can do at home. And so like, this is one of them, yeah, shrink your lawn, and check out these like icons they're thinking about using. So like, this one, shrinking your lawn, would relate to biodiversity, water. I'm not sure what this is right here, this orange one.
Wow.
It must be, maybe it's climate change.
I think it's
Must
time.
Or
be-
energy reduction?
Energy, yeah, maybe it's energy reduction. So there's one on going solar, get a home energy audit. And apparently there's gonna be like a couple dozen of these.
Wow.
So
Couple
so this
dozen
is
and
like,
then going
oh,
this
check
way.
out this at home. shrink your lawn, reduce outdoor lighting, capture, maintain that system, go solar, get a home energy audit, reduce energy use, reduce food waste, bring back the birds,
Wow.
plant a tree or two. Oh my gosh, this looks great.
So is this live now?
Yeah, I don't think it's live yet. They're going to introduce it on Earth Day.
Oh.
Yeah, and so, and then there's going to be one that's on your land, which this is not done yet. And then there's going to be in your community. So things that you can do in your community, like be part of, perhaps like become a master gardener, a master naturalist, or, you know, volunteer with Nature Conservancy or whatever it is. But anyhow, that's exciting. Doesn't it look great?
Yes.
Yeah. So I'm pretty excited. I'm so excited. Reduce outdoor lighting. Yay! Shrink your lawn. But anyhow, I think it's going to be really great.
So you can get to it if you know the address.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
I just copied the hyperlink at the top of the screen, and I now have it on my screen.
Yeah, because I don't think it has been totally out. So this was the brainstorm that you know, I'd sent Kim. So hopefully they'll use some more of these, like I removed in base. And then these were what you can do in your community. Anyhow.
And Christine, you can let Kim know that she can use any of the content, of course, that we're creating on the Instagram.
Yeah, that's a good idea, actually.
Because a lot of these, you know, are connected. So
yeah,
she can use any of the phrasing or the sentences. Like she can feel free to just copy and paste it all.
yeah. And you know what? I think, Emma, that there's going to be like a banner, that the possibility of like having that Instagram post come up, you know, in the banner would be good too, to make sure that all that content gets linked over here.
Mm-hmm.
That would really be great. Let's make sure we ask him about that.
Yeah, or just let her know like all the
Yeah.
content is, you know, she can of course use
Yeah. Yeah.
to support. Yeah.
All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. I think I can figure out how to do that. Oh, stop share. There we go. But yeah, I think that is exciting. And then I just wanted to share with you guys that I did a speakers. I spoke to the Whitehall Ruritan, and so I have a whole slide deck that talks about the Natural Heritage Committee and the Biodiversity Action Plan, gives a little bit of history, and it talks about native plants. Maybe I should share that with you guys. But so anyhow, that deck is there. So if we wanted to take it and do some other virtual program, we could. So, and then
That's great.
that's all I have to report on. We have the Earth Day celebrations in Scottsville. I'd love to hear about from Emma. And then Bruce sent me this great idea and outline that he has for getting into the public schools, which I'd love for him to share.
Well, I mean, yes, I'm not muted. It occurred to me when I'm looking at things, well, number one, what occurred to me is that most of what people are sharing in committee meetings are not my strengths. Like I don't know policies and procedures, but I know how to teach. And it occurred to me that most of our action plans and proposals are geared towards adults. well, almost all, because adults are ostensibly taxpayers, landowners. And so there's the underlying idea that, well, that's who you should be talking to. But the reality, I think, is, we need to talk to younger people because they're going to become those people. And, if we wait until, you know, so so my idea was basically, bringing the knowledge of biodiversity into the public school systems. Not that there's anything wrong with private school systems, but I thought I would start with public. And so to do that, I have to find out, well, what are they doing now? Because, I know when I was a school teacher, Mr. Green down the hall was doing a lot, and Mrs. Jones down this way, she focused a lot more on something else. So what are they required to do, and what can they do? And I know the academy, the Environmental Studies Academy, exists as a specialized high school, but I would even want to go younger than that. So I just, that would be the first step, would be what are they doing, and then find out based on that. I mean, I know in my past, I would take the standards of learning, which are the Virginia State Education Department standards, and they break them all down by grade and by subject area. And so I used to adapt those for Ivy Creek, and I would have something you could find related to that hands-on at Ivy Creek. So I think something like that could relate with biodiversity as well. So the teacher doesn't have to like add another subject area. They can take the subject area they're doing and make it relevant to biodiversity. So it's a potentially a huge project, but I felt like I wanted to start it.
Yeah, I think it's so great, Bruce. And, I've been thinking a lot about that. I feel like the birds are just give a great example of, this complex ecosystem, and the birds can't exist unless you keep it intact, and you have that diversity of plants, right? Like you almost need something super concrete, like your poster child in a way.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be any animal, right? But something that's really tangible and lovable, right, for the kids to latch onto.
Yeah.
I think that there's this misconception that, oh, well, we can just feed the birds and they'll be fine.
Right.
And not really this understanding that, oh no, you can't just feed the birds.
Well, there was something in the paper that when I was a kid, that pointed out how, like, I don't know how many years ago, if you would go on a 2-hour car ride, what you had to do after the car ride was clean your windshield of all the smushed bugs. And you don't have to do that anymore because there aren't any smushed bugs.
The other day, a bug hit my windshield, and it was a notable thing. And my husband and I said, oh my God, one single bug has hit the windshield in how many months?
Yeah.
It's crazy to think about the difference.
Yeah.
Wow.
Emma probably doesn't even remember that time. Did you ever experience that, Emma, in your lifetime?
Well, I do remember when the windows would be more buggy, but maybe not as much as you guys remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great idea, Bruce. What came to mind when you were sharing was Cultivate Scottsville was, I don't know if you are familiar with it, but they work with young public schools doing like community garden kind of stuff, like teaching kids food. But maybe if you connect with as they already working with a public school, you could go in as a guest speaker to, share about the topic, like about I what I so much in my kids because it's just a perspective. It's just offering the perspective that like nature is alive, and they don't, you know, a lot of kids don't get that perspective, especially if they live in cities. They just think it's like an inanimate object, like just, you know, like a couch or a, you know, a tree is just, but like just offering this perspective that like, you know, what you're sitting on is alive and like breathing, you know, that really can get kids' brains working and get them really excited and curious. So I love that idea, Bruce.
Yeah.
And I'd be happy to support you
Mhm.
as you explore it.
Yeah, I think it's great. And I loved, you know, that you had written in there, like even going to Red Hill and like, you know, starting in your local school and seeing what opportunities exist there. I don't know if I had shared with you that program I'm doing with the Master Gardeners at Greer. And they're putting in this big pollinator garden. And so the last lesson was just talking about like, in order to have a butterfly, it has to have a caterpillar that feeds on a specific plant. And if you want a lot of different butterflies, you have to have lots of different plants. And so that's what we were talking to first and third graders about. And so I
So
think,
fun.
yeah, they, you know,
I bet they loved it.
Yeah, it was cool. And it was, I think, eye-opening, you know, it's only one little lesson. I don't know how much it'll stick.
Yeah, well, my goal would be not to have, so like, I do work for the Virginia Museum of Natural History, and their orientation tends to be, you go to the school, and it's usually a teacher or two and a grade, and you do a program for an hour, and that's it. And then, you know, you may go back next year and do the same program, or you might not. You might only be once.
Mm.
And so that's kind of, you know, it's good for that one time, but it's kind of, you know, it'd be like if you only taught reading once every 5 years. For me, you know, it's as important, or you only taught multiplication, you know, in 1973 and 85 and 97, you know, those kids got multiplication, but none of the in between did. And
Mm.
so some way to make it not a big, to kind of get away from the idea that this is a big special project, okay, and we've done it. Good.
Mm.
No, we're done. And now let's go on to another special project. And I think that's would be tricky, but I think it's really valuable, potentially has a lot of value. So
Yeah, do you know the science coordinator? Is it Katina Williams? Is that her name?
I don't know. I know that since I was a school teacher, they changed, they're called coaches. And for some subject area, they're coaches and other areas. So, you know, I'd even have, that would be even like a beginning stage would be like, well, who is the right person to talk to? You know, that would be like
Yeah.
question one, you know.
Bruce, I can get you, I've got the email. Her name's Katina. I think it's Williams, but she is the science coordinator. And I've been on some calls with her. More it's related to there's going to be this litter event, some litter events at the county public schools in April, and she's helping to coordinate that.
Litter like
Cleaning up, kids
Cleaning
cleaning
up?
up the campuses, yeah.
I was hoping it was puppies.
Yeah. Oh, they'd like that, wouldn't they? But Bruce, maybe, I thought your list was really great. Do you mind sending it? You just sent it to me though, right? I put it in the rolling work plan, but maybe it would be good to send it out to all the people who are on the education committee.
sure.
That'd
And
be
it's,
great. Because I know Emma would really love to see all those ideas.
Yeah, I would.
yeah. So when I wrote that, I understood the whole website. I had the website for Albemarle County school systems kind of embedded in my brain, and then I wrote everything down, and then I went on to another project. Now it's been 3 days later, and I'm like looking at the website, and I'm going like, where are they? You know, just like a directory, the name of the person. So I
Yeah.
have to go hunt them down again. Yeah, so I'll send that to other members of the committee.
Great. I think it's awesome, Bruce. I think it's really important, and you know, it's a big project, but I think it's a really important thing to be working on.
Did you say it was Katina? Here it is.
Yeah.
It's this awful looking central leadership.
Yeah. What's her last name?
Um, there's Katina Dudley.
Oh, it must be Katina Dudley. Yeah. I
She's
got
the
that wrong.
lead coach in health and science.
Yeah.
And they used to be coordinators, and there are now also beneath the lead coach, there are like three, there are sub coaches. I don't understand. It's a way to try and get things organized.
Yeah. Well, great.
And we have
Do-
someone I don't recognize, Abigail Wilson.
Oh, Abigail.
Hi, yeah, I'm a new member and the link at the website didn't work, so
Nope.
apologies for being late.
No,
It's
we
nice
all
to
had
meet
this.
you, Abigail.
Hi, good to meet you too.
Yeah. Thanks,
Glad you
Abigail.
persevered.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I think I had something on too, and I was just slow getting back to you.
Abigail, are you trying to get into the regular meeting or this subcommittee meeting?
Well, currently the subcommittee meeting, but I will also hope to join the regular meeting later.
Okay, okay.
So do we all.
Yeah.
The working group meeting. Subcommittee.
Yeah.
For legal reasons, this is not a subcommittee.
Yeah, this is our working group.
Exactly. I'm sorry.
Yeah. So we just have a few more minutes, but Emma, have you heard anything about the Scottsville scan goings on?
Yep, yep. So,
Okay.
yeah, so it seems like most of the stuff is happening on Saturday, the 23rd of April. That's when
Yeah.
a lot of the events are, and that's when we could have a table outside of Victory Hall. They're going to, the farmers market's going to be going on, and there's going to be events all day long in Scottsville, and then there'll be music, I think, starting at 1 and open, like a open drinks permit from 1 to 8.
Oh, wow.
So it's going to be like a all day kind of thing. So we can choose, you know, if we want to go for an hour and just sit out. We could also go and support at some of the events going on. They're going to be doing litter cleanup. They're going to be doing the stencils over the drains, like the painting.
Yeah.
And I have the schedule here, which I'm happy to share with everyone.
Yeah, that
so
would be great.
And then there's going to be hikes, a sculpture installation, wood carving, planting trees in the town of Scottsville. That's going to be at noon. So maybe we want to be there for that. That might be cool.
Yeah.
So where is Victoria? Where's the hall?
Victory Hall is right in the center of downtown Scottsville. It's
The center of downtown Scottsville.
like on the main street. It's like right in the center. You know where Baines is?
I know where what?
Baines, the coffee shop.
No, I haven't been to downtown Scottsville except for that one time.
Okay, well,
years
it
ago.
has like a DMV sign out the front. It's like right in the center of, I mean, Scottsville's just that street, and Victory Hall's right in the center, and it has a sign that says Victory Hall. It's where the town hall is. So there's signs for town hall and DMV and SCAN, which is the Scottsville Center for Arts and Nature that's putting on this event. They have a big sign right out front of it.
But
Um,
are you saying like a table on the sidewalk?
So next to the Victory Hall, there's like a big parking lot. And so there'll be tables set up in that parking lot
Oh,
and music out front. I don't know if there'll be traffic moving. There probably will be, but there's going to be a lot of stuff like out on the sidewalks. Like a lot of the events are out on the sidewalks.
And
Um,
is that what they recommended, was to put the table there?
Yeah, so there's gonna be other environmental organizations with tables out in that area. So if we wanted to have a table, that's the time and the place to have a table. But I probably will just be there all day because my husband's teaching Qigong in the morning and then he's gonna be playing music in the afternoon. So I'll probably just be hanging out all day.
Well, do you want to do a table? Let's do a table.
Just remember, if you guys are doing a table or something like this where there's going to be more than 2 of you there, I need to post this on the website ahead of time. You might need to talk to Kim about it as well. If you're representing the natural heritage group.
Okay,
Okay.
okay. Well, let's
Sorry to always be such a Debbie Downer, it seems like. I'm not.
How difficult is it to add something to the website?
Huh?
How difficult is it to add something to the
No,
website?
no, it's not difficult at all. It just has to be up there 3 days prior to the event to follow all the FOIA. It's not really sure how this works when you're out in public, so you really need to ask Kim. I just need to get on the calendar.
all right.
Okay.
Well, more publicity.
Yeah.
Yeah. What were you saying, Christine?
More publicity.
No, you were saying, do you want to
Oh,
have a table? Is that what you were
Yeah,
saying?
I mean, I think it would be great. I don't own a table, but maybe, just in terms of,
I have folding tables, if that's what you mean.
yeah, that would be great.
Yeah. And they might be they might have them. Like
Yeah.
Matt Lawless might be providing the tables. So I can follow up on that.
That would be great.
Yeah, I mean, we can just choose a time, I guess, and then let Carolyn and Kim know that
Yeah.
we'll be there at this time.
That
And
sounds-
so what would we just be there saying that this committee exists? Like, do we have any, sorry, I'm new, so a lot of this might be obvious to the rest of you, but like, do
I
we
hope
have
you come, Abigail,
pictures
because I'd
and
love to
information
meet you.
give? Or yeah, I mean, this would be fun. I love Scottsville. I'd love another excuse to get down there. Yeah, like, what is this table? Like, do we have a sign? All this kind of stuff. Have we done this kind of thing before? Yeah. Okay.
Great question. Us three, we did the Pollinator Festival in Scottsville last year. This time last year, I think it was.
Mhm.
That was
or 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah, 2 years.
what?
It was 2 years ago.
Wow. Yeah,
Was
well,
it? Oh my gosh.
hey, Emma, can you start an email thread? And you know what I'm going to do, Abigail? I'm going to send you a picture of Emma and Bruce with the table. And yeah, we have
Awesome.
we have materials, we have maps, we have fun interactive stuff. I brought some like native grasses and just
Turtle shells and
turtle
Cool.
shell.
yeah. If you have
Okay.
anything like nature related, you can just get to the table and we can talk about it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
All right.
What's
well,
the
we're
date
gonna-
for this again? I missed that part.
It's the 23rd of April, and I'll send
Okay.
send this to everyone, their schedule, because they have stuff going on that whole week. And so if you want to go to some of the other events, and they also have the Ravenna River Fest on there, which I didn't know was happening in Charlottesville.
When's the bateau?
Oh, that's not till June.
Oh, I've never
Yeah.
seen the bateaus.
Yeah, you guys, we're gonna have to close up because we gotta give Carolyn a break. We have to meet again in like 12 minutes. So, but Emma, if you would, in like the details of the best time for the tabling.
Cool.
And so that would be,
Just for us four or for everyone in the committee?
I think for us four, the details about tabling,
Okay.
or do it to the whole committee. Maybe people want to come and we'll make it an event.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay. We'll make it a meeting, right? Doesn't it have to be a
yeah,
meeting?
yeah, yeah.
Okay. We'll make it a meeting.
All right. All right, you guys, thank you
You
so
might
much.
have to do a meeting because you're not in person meetings yet.
Oh,
You need to, your wording needs to be correct as far as the county goes.
We'll get with Kim and figure that out. I'll take care of that.
Okay,
I'll
perfect.
be in touch.
The next meeting.
Okay.
Uh,
All right, you guys, we'll see you soon. All right,
See you
See you
soon.
soon.
thank you. Bye-bye. Thanks, Carolyn.
uh,